Is this heaven?
No, it's a podcast. Welcome to the Field of Geeks podcast.
Hello and welcome to Field of Geeks episode 110. I'm Josh, and joining me today, I got two very special guests, Juan and Dave. Guys, you've been on the show before. Thanks for coming back.
Thank you for having me back.
Sure, man.
Thank
sure.
you.
So today it's kind of a slow news cycle, if you will. And, tangents. We're good at tangents. Yeah, go for it.
Sorry, I'm stealing gum.
Oh, that's fine. It's for guests, and have a card. You made them, so you probably have a card if you haven't got one.
I'll grab one.
Sure.
On the way out.
No, I see the fire stuff. I go out to the mint, and then I
Mix them. Let's see what happens.
May I have one of those? I'll take the fire.
Yeah.
So if you guys hear me chewing out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Actually, no. It's a study. They say when you chew gum, it makes you smarter.
Yeah. There you
or
go.
like your brain work better. Yeah. So like when you're like I guess if you're having an interview, if it's not inappropriate, chew some gum, it'll make you think fast. I'll find the study, so I just spewing off in the mouth.
just chew the gum long enough, and you'll be able to recall where you saw it.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Well,
there you go. There you go.
Boom! You just
A
recited.
coworker of mine confirmed it. He was like, yeah, I know about the gum thing. And I was like, oh, okay. I didn't find that half sleep
Right.
at 3 a.m.
Hey,
TV
man.
on.
Yeah.
Oh, I should chew more gum.
Just making stuff up so you can just chew gum. You're like, no, makes me real smart.
Hey, it worked for Burt Reynolds. So.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we have just a few topics to go over today. We're going to be talking 90s Flash, Titans, Star Trek Lower Decks, and Del Toro's Pinocchio. So let's get started. 90s Flash. Now, this is pertaining to John Wesley-Shipp, who was the Flash of our childhoods, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say we were pretty young when that came out, 1990s. Don't know if you guys recall watching it when it came out.
I think I've only seen like one episode.
Yeah.
Ever. I remember seeing it being advertised.
It only ran a season.
Yeah.
And it was very influenced by the 89 Batman film with tone. I mean, it had its own little thing going for it too, but
Batman messed it up for everybody.
no, this was a good thing though. I mean, like if you put his old costume, this 90s costume he had with the Keaton Batman, they could easily coexist in the same universe.
No, I'm not saying it like in a negative way. I'm saying I think the one thing about Batman with DC is that they always wanted to have a similar tone as Batman.
Right.
Across like
Dark Knight definitely.
Yeah, not
made
every
Superman
character
emo
is based in Gotham.
Yeah.
It's not as dark. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
like
yeah.
Flash, Barry.
This was like
Allen's
Art
more-
Deco 30s, you could say, for the art direction of the show. It was a good show, very good, and it wasn't entirely dark or anything, but Danny Elfman composed the music for it.
Okay.
So it's a very classic Flash theme.
I'm going to go back and watch it.
Oh, it's awesome. You can we'll get to DC Universe talking about that, but the whole season is on that streaming service.
Which service?
DC streaming service.
Okay.
It's an app.
Okay.
How much is it?
I think it's about $8 a month, or you can pay $70 for a whole year, which I did before I realized you could pay a month.
Yeah.
So is it like animated series or is it
The Flash
every
is
series?
live action.
No, I'm saying
in
everything they
general,
offer.
Yeah, it's movies, TV, comics,
Okay.
and Titans is original content. So it's actually just on that.
Is it everything?
Pretty much, yeah.
Everything
Comics
DC?
they're gradually getting more and more comics in there, but
What
it
about
can
the movies.
Well, when they had Batman Day, they had all the Batman films except Dark Knight Rises and BVS, if you
Well,
count
that's
that.
No, I mean, Batman Rises.
Yeah, but they had everything else, yeah, and I think they still do. They have Wonder Woman, or not the new Wonder Woman. I'm sorry, they have Supergirl, 84 Supergirl, I think it was. There's a lot of cool things. It's a neat app.
Never
I'll
saw that
show you
movie
guys.
either.
What's that?
I never saw that movie either.
No, you were probably good not to see it. It wasn't.
Supergirl 84.
Yeah, I saw it advertised. I was just like,
it's rough. I remember as a kid. When you're a kid, you pretty much like everything, and
Except for Superman 4.
that. Well, actually, I kind of like that until I saw it. Actually,
it was 4, wasn't it?
First,
Which one? Which one? Okay, so 3
Quest
is
for
the one
Peace.
with Richard Pryor in it.
Yes.
Okay.
4,
So then-
woo
No, it
boy.
was 3.
3, yeah.
3 is the one with
Richard
Richard Pryor.
Into all the
4
he
is
turns into a robot.
That's as close as they got to.
Is that 3?
I think so.
Brainiac. I think that was kind of their stretch to Brainiac in a way. Yeah. 4 is, oh my gosh, bonkers.
We gotta devise a plan and
because then he takes
save
off.
DC Comics because, like in cinema.
They've saved themselves a few times, but the problem is they're like, hey, that worked. Dark Knight. What other character's dark? Superman. Let's adapt that concept to Superman.
Well,
What could go wrong?
Because Henry loves to smile.
But you know what? I do like Man of Steel, so I'll take.
But Brandon Roth wasn't he didn't. His movie didn't do exceptional.
No, and that wasn't.
I mean, that was a continuation.
His fault.
It was like Superman 5.
It was supposed to be the new Superman 3 in like the Donnerverse in a way, and if it was successful, if there was more for him to do, it was just, it was just like a big movie, and it looked great, right? Just the story wasn't that strong, and Superman he just lifted a rock. He didn't even punch anybody, so kind of want to see that in a Superman
strength always
film.
seemed a bit like, like it seemed. It always seems like, how strong are you? Because like when he was trying to stop the plane, he was like,
That's
and then
true,
just stopped it at the very last moment, and then he picked up an island at the end of it.
Yeah, in the comics, it
and he
always
had been
changes.
stabbed with
Well,
kryptonite.
It seems like they suppress his power a little bit more in cinema than they do in the comics, obviously. But like, I think that out of all the Supermans, Christopher Reeve's one was the most powerful one. If we even think about when he had to reverse time,
He doesn't apply. The physics don't apply to him, though.
you know what I'm saying?
I hate that ending because it's so lazy. There's like, all those.
He could have went
that's
further.
right.
No, I'm saying he could have went further back though.
Right.
He could have stopped the problem way before it
But
started.
to be honest, cinematically, some of his powers.
He's just going to save Lois.
Oh God, I've gone back too far.
Yeah.
Well, he made Tetris happen in Superman 4 when you rebuild a wall. He's like, boo, boo, and it just like the blocks popped out of nowhere. It's like, what?
And that was in Superman 4?
Yes.
I've not seen this fourth
It's
one.
bad.
And it's still it's not Christopher Reeve, is it?
It is. It's his last one.
It's
bad.
He's the best Superman.
They couldn't hide the
but,
wires
in my opinion. But
he takes a female to space without a spacesuit or anything, and
How does
she's
she
just
breathe?
like,
Is
they don't even think about that.
That should be fine.
That's how bad the movie is.
Is
It's
he
just
blowing
like she's
air
in the
into her
sky.
mouth?
No,
Like,
nope.
oh, I love that.
No, it's like a child wrote it. It's
DC
like, he took her into
Universe
space.
is awesome.
That's it.
And then was she like cold?
No,
No.
watch it. It's funny. She's just like, that's
Superman
it.
has the power of the sun.
That's it.
Actually,
It's bad.
here's the
It's
thing they're doing.
so bad. And it's on the DC Universe streaming app. You're welcome. Go check that out. Yeah.
Is it,
Yeah.
what's his name?
You won't get that time back, just to warn you.
They're
You
talking
will not
about
get that time back.
Michael B. Jordan possibly playing Superman.
Yes, yeah, that's I don't know. With WB, it's just up in the air, like what their plan is. But they got a few things happening.
He couldn't be Kal-El. I wouldn't make him Kal-El.
Well, there is a Superman version.
Yeah, his name is Calvin Ellis.
It's like Earth something.
They're different dimensions.
That's the way they could tackle it.
Yeah, I wouldn't make him a part of that universe.
Right.
There's like 3 or 4 of them that are like Superman, and they're different animal.
There is,
but
tons.
I'm just saying, like, that's the only way I could pull it off. I wouldn't put them if the DCEU still exists by that time.
Right. Yeah.
I don't think it does though.
It's no, I'm saying like he couldn't be connected to it unless. You know what? I think they could save this. You know what? I think
They can save it.
You know how they can save it? If they
don't listen to themselves.
Well,
let the artists do what they do.
Yeah.
Make the films.
Exactly.
Stay out of their way.
I gotta say, I've said this before on this show, but I like what Schneider was doing. Like, I liked Man of Steel.
Man of Steel was entertaining.
Yeah.
I was entertained by Man of Steel.
I think it was cool because it was just like, it just didn't throw him into this scenario where like all of a sudden Superman was, he knew exactly what he was doing. Like he was an amateur fighting a professional, and so they're gonna there's gonna be some collateral damage.
Right, yeah.
I thought Man of Steel was fine.
It set up a lot of great things, and I love Zod and all that stuff.
I loved Batman in Batman versus
Oh,
Superman.
I did too. That's
He
the
was
best
so
suit,
grizzled.
I think.
Oh yeah,
I love the suit. I love
fat
they
back?
finally were like,
Do you bleed?
And the gray. Like,
Yeah.
hey, I wear a gray suit. I'm not wearing this black stuff. Like,
Yeah.
no. And speaking of that, the 89 Keaton, this new Flash, John Wesley-Shipp is coming back for Arrow crossover episode.
Okay.
It's all the CW shows. They're crossing over. They do this annually. This one's called Elseworlds, and he's coming back. He's been on a show, many iterations of Flash or Flash's dad, let's say. He's played the Jay Garrick version of Flash. He's actually coming back, multiple universes they're tackling with this crossover event. So he's actually visiting the original Flash he did in the 90s. And so he's got the suit, which I have a side-by-side I'm showing the guys here.
Okay.
It's not the exact same suit.
So are they going to have him talking to himself, I guess?
No. I think what will happen is
Is it going to be like a Marty McFly scenario where he just like sees himself and he hides behind cars?
No.
That's basically what I'm getting.
No. I think, how they do these when they
don't touch yourself. You don't, not supposed to touch yourself.
Oh shit, not kind of Time Cop.
Boom! That's Time Cop. That's not Back to the Future formula.
Don't touch yourself.
No. Exactly.
So right and so wrong in so many ways.
The way they do it in these crossover events, or just the CW shows, if they ever go to an alternate universe, usually their counterpart's not around. It's just them in that universe, like, oh wow, he's that. Somehow they get switched sometimes. So I don't think he's gonna have to play double billing for this. The other characters are visiting this world, and he just happens to be playing that character in it. They're coming back to that 90s Flash we knew, and a lot of people. When I saw this, I just went nuts because I'm like, oh my gosh, I've been wanting to see him in this suit again. It's just like seeing Keaton in his 89 suit again.
Do they, I'll be honest, I haven't gotten into into the CW, series.
There's a lot to catch up on too.
Yeah, I mean, I watched, Black Lightning and I've watched, a little bit of Arrow.
Sure.
And, but I haven't really gotten to it. A little bit of the Flash, but you're bringing up the Flash, and with my statement of saying like the DC universe, I think the Flash is the key to fixing it. If anybody knows Flashpoint, that movie, with that movie, they can give themselves the option of changing the whole structure of the DCEU, but it's still basing it off of that, because you can come back to a past where people may even look different, and still keep it connected. Because Flashpoint might be one of the better animated movies I've ever seen.
Oh, it's great. It's great. It got me turned on to the idea of Thomas Wayne Batman, which I never thought I would like.
Thomas Wayne is just guns.
Which makes me like, especially
just guns.
Especially when
he shoots Harley Quinn.
Yo-Yo. No, her name's Yo-Yo.
Yeah, it's Harley Quinn.
She's different.
Yeah,
she's a different character in that, but I know what you're talking about, yeah.
But that's what also sucks about the DCU. Like, they cast Jeffrey Dean Morgan, and it's like, I want to see him in the bat suit, because he's Thomas Wayne, and it's like, it doesn't seem like they're going that route
if they don't
anymore.
do that would be an absolute goddamn
they were
shame.
they were gonna do a Flashpoint movie, but now I think they've kind of watered it down, and it's gonna have a Back to the Future type plot to it, so it's not really gonna change things. But again, this is DCEU WB. They change things on a dime, so it doesn't matter really until they actually start filming something. That's when it's gonna be. But at least they're getting the TV right with giving me like the 90s Flash. Like, I love this iteration of Flash.
I wonder how much rating plays a part in that. I mean, I know it plays a part, but I mean, due to like movies like Deadpool, heck, old school Blade and stuff like that, there's money to make an R-rated, comic book movie.
Well, and it's a shame that Sony kind of pussied out.
Yeah, they didn't do that with Venom. But I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard it's funny, actually.
I've seen it. It's got some good parts, but it's made a ton of money. So they actually won. Yeah. Even though it's not the greatest film I've ever made.
No. I mean, I'm just saying.
It's not Deadpool good. Yeah. I don't think so at all. But it's entertaining.
What is?
I mean, if you're gonna go off the universes, do your own film.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's like a late 90s, early 2000s film to me.
Okay.
Tom Hardy and the Venom together are
It's something about Sony films in general. They have this like old gritty looking camera, like they're filming. I can't explain it.
Yeah,
just how their film in general looks. It looks it looks
Yeah, I get what
old.
you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
They have their own filter. Every studio kind of has their own filter.
It's a weird looking filter. I don't know if I like it.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah,
it doesn't. HD doesn't do it any justice.
Right.
But
right.
That being said, like when you said like Back to the Future type movie with Flashpoint, what is so wrong with literally mimicking the animated series? Like take obviously things you have to change for reality, but we're just going to do that. And I believe that movie was PG-13. It's not an R-rated animated movie.
No, I don't think it is. No, it's PG-13. I mean, there's some scenes you're like, whoa,
it's touching that.
But their films go there. I mean, they go further.
Right, and I'm saying like that would be my first thought. Just make it.
Yeah.
That okay? Someone just gave me the blueprint instead of trying to change it up so much, because like I really want to see this progression with DC. DC thriving only helps the comic book community. Like for Marvel and who else releases stuff, them doing well, I want them to do well just as much as I want Marvel to continue to do well. If they're slacking, there's
right now DC's TV and animation is very strong.
Everything they do is great outside of film.
Yeah, film they struggle. Of course, TV too, but like how you're talking dark and stuff, and Titans is a great example. This is on the DC streaming service app. It's original content. They release an episode by week, so we're 3 weeks in.
Okay.
Loving it. I think it's a great show. Okay. Dick Grayson, Robin, disgruntled Robin, if you will.
Okay.
You know, breaking people's bones and all this stuff. He's become a detective in Detroit.
But they changed his name, didn't they?
I don't think so. No, he's good.
I heard that.
He's
Like,
Dick Grayson,
No, but I heard Dick Grayson. They changed it from Dick to something else.
No, there's a few. Well, he might go by Richard, maybe, but there's a few scenes where they call him Dick. So, and
yeah, I think it was just like within the last couple of weeks. I heard they changed it in the comics.
Oh, in the comics, yeah, I think the comics they did, and I can see why. I guess this show embraces everything. I think
he's pretty much Batman's oldest first son. If you want.
Yeah,
and that's pretty much his.
Well, the latest episode of Titans goes into that, how he was adopted and he rebelled a few times, you know, because he was like trying to find the killers to his parents. So you kind of see a nice way how he gets into crime fighting, and it's nice how they artistically they foreshadow like Bruce Wayne, like you see him in the shadows, or like there's a scene where this latest episode there's flashbacks in these shows, and you see Dick Grayson running away from Wayne Manor. And in the window, you just see a silhouette, and it's Bruce Wayne. It's really cool. I don't know. I don't think they'll ever show us Bruce Wayne, but the TV, they're knocking it out, especially with Titans. Like, everything, like, you guys just complained about.
I just read that they cast somebody for Batman for Titans.
Have they?
Yeah, I was going to ask, did they show anybody in particular?
No, it's all shadows now. It's all shadows. Like,
interesting.
That must just be a reveal of what they're going to do.
I saw a preview of it, and it looks
It's
awesome.
good. And
it's good.
High production value. It's dark. It's gritty. But it's also a lot of humor into it. It's written very well. Strong characters. And you're still trying to get where they're going. But it's in a good way.
Is it connected to...
No.
Okay, because I'm wondering... Because
they have three universes basically.
There's one Titan. They don't have Cyborg in there. That's why I was wondering if
they have Beast Boy. Which they have.
Well, no, but they do have that. But Cyborg's one of the Titans too.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And that's why I was like wondering.
Well, it's also permissions. I think film has top priority or top say in what they can use.
Cyborg's the youngest of. He's the eldest of the Titans, and he's the youngest of the
Justice League.
The Justice League. So he got, recruited up and bumped up. First out of anybody, and then
this basically reboots the whole Titans concept. Like when we pick up with this show, Dick Grayson's a cop in Detroit. This girl with these demonic powers, she gets in trouble with the police, or I think
I wonder if she's supposed to be Raven.
I should know, but I don't offhand. But it's really cool what they do with that character, and there's actually a few jump scares with her. Because she'll just like look at herself in the mirror sometimes, and all of a sudden the other persona comes. It's like, they're trying to kill you. It's like, whoa, what the heck? Or she hallucinates. It's really good though. It's like a road picture right now with the show because he's trying to get her help, and they're basically getting the band back together in a way. Like I don't really know if there was this history of the Titans together.
Yeah.
But Grayson's in his uniform sometimes fighting. It's really choreographed
But
well.
he's dressed as Robin, right?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, it's awesome.
Because he's supposed
can
to
throw
become
his symbol. His symbol's actually like a batarang. Little spoiler, last episode, he threw it in some henchman's eye. And he's like, ah! And he goes to the ground. So at the end, he retrieves it and he just snaps it back into his suit. It was badass. It's dark. It's dark. There's blood.
So he's a cop?
Yeah.
I know I'm asking a lot of questions. I just had to learn.
He left. Well, and I'm still trying to find the answers. Like, we're only 3 episodes in. So he basically did the Nightwing thing.
That's what I was going to ask.
What I mean by that is he left Batman. He was done with him. He didn't become Nightwing. He still has a Robin costume. He still patrols in that here and there. And what's cool is he's got a laptop version of the Bat computer. So he still has
the information.
Wayne's technology. Okay. He's able to take with him. It's really cool. So they really expand on that. And he calls Alfred from time to time. You never hear Alfred's voice or anything, but it's a really good show. You should definitely check it out. And like I said earlier, you can pay $8 a month for the streaming service.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that.
Oh, and they're having more shows coming. They have Swamp Thing, Harley Quinn animated series coming. I think they just casted Alan Tudyk as the Joker for that one. So yeah, they have a lot of original content coming to the streaming service. It offers a lot, and the comics are gradually getting more in there. If you're a big comic guy, that might lack for you, but other than that, it's great. It's a great start, I think. Yeah, I'm hooked. After every episode ends, I'm like, I want to see the next one, and you have to wait. So like the next title for the next episode is called Doom Patrol. And that's actually another show they're going to have as well. Okay. Brendan Fraser's playing like Robot Man or something, which I'm happy he has a job, because because he's fallen on hard times, and it's just a tough industry. Strongly recommend Titans, and
I'm gonna watch
DC. They're getting some things right. You just got to find it. So.
It's just the film thing, I think.
Yeah. No, I get it.
How do you feel about Gotham?
I'm not a fan.
You don't like it?
I like them introducing villains we've never seen before. I just don't like the whole concept of Batman's not there yet. It's like when Batman shows up in this world they've created, all he has to do is basically get Jim Gordon's playbook and, that's how you captured him. All right, I'll go capture him the same way. And I'm 12, by the way, because they're pushing him to be Batman now. This kid who plays young Bruce Wayne.
I know, it is awkward, that kind of whole aspect of it. Like,
yeah. Joey, he loves Gotham, and we don't really talk much about it because we disagree strongly.
Well, because we've been watching season 4 on...
I think it's a beautiful looking show, and I do admire it, but I don't know. I'm bothered them rushing the whole Batman concept and the villains. It started out where I think they were trying to just focus on the police force and the mob, but then ratings were going down. It's like, okay, we got to up it. We got to have these other villains that to me didn't come until Batman came into play. It was Batman's villains. It wasn't Gotham's villains.
Here's my thing about that Batman series. I watched a little bit of it, like season 1, season 2, but I never really got deep into it. Mm-hmm. There probably should be like a time skip because if you're waiting on that particular
I would
actor,
be okay with that.
Yeah, but I'm saying because we have to get to the point where he's already been trained by Ra's al Ghul.
I don't even think that's even happened.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
no, they've rewritten a lot of the
it's a lot of stretching. Like, Alfred's training him.
I'm just saying he has to get to that point. Otherwise,
that's my problem.
What story are we being true to?
Yeah.
So there has to be a time skip where he does his solo sabbatical. He's gone. And then he's not going to learn how to be a ninja from Alfred.
Well,
Alfred in the show was a member of the SAS.
They've revamped.
Yeah, he's a badass.
Yeah,
they revamped Alfred.
And I gotta say, I do really like the Alfred on the show.
Yeah, and I think comics have reflected that change too, and I do like that. He's not just serving him. That's kind of like it's just old.
He's not.
Well, they did that in the Affleck film too. I mean, they did that.
I loved Irons Alfred. Yeah, it's one of the best Alfreds I think because he's like hands on.
Yep,
he's in the tech, but he's also like
the revamp of how they're doing Alfred compared to like classic Alfred of making him a part of like some he's got some knowledge. He's what organization was you said he was a part of? The SAS?
Oh, SAS.
SAS.
Secret Air Service.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, like...
I don't remember all the details, but they actually are doing an Alfred show. You know, maybe it'd be like Mission Impossible with Alfred Pennyworth. You know?
I don't know if I'd watch it, but...
I don't know either, yeah.
I will say, though,
yeah.
on Gotham, though, I think they have probably the strongest current Joker.
Yes, I like that kid.
Yeah.
He is so good at that Joker.
No, I totally
He's like
agree.
young Joker.
Yeah,
Like,
and it's a shame that they don't allow him to be called the Joker. You know, there's something like, oh, you can't call him the Joker. It's just like, fuck off.
Well, and he's like the twin brother now of the original. But yeah, no, that actor is so very talented. And I think if you're a Shameless fan, he's in that show, and he's actually leaving that show. Yeah.
Oh, he's so good as the Joker.
He is. He's very good. He's very good. Yeah, he's got it down.
For shame, Jared Leto. Just terrible.
Well, I'm looking forward to this author movie. You know, like...
yeah.
What, Joaquin Phoenix?
Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah.
Joaquin Phoenix. Yeah, like...
It'll be interesting.
Because that's what, Scorsese?
He's producing it.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to watch.
It will, you know, DC...
But I think this is like it's a solo thing. It's like, it's DC, because it's Joker, but it's...
Yeah, it's going to be...
It's not DCU.
DC generally just does it better when it's,
just one off.
apart from Catwoman, does it better when it's just kind of in its own...
Maybe.
What, you didn't like Halle Berry's Catwoman? That was... That's a masterpiece.
Terrible.
And the fact that she didn't get nominated for an Oscar.
She got a Razzie.
Well, she got something.
I think she showed up to that Razzie, too. She did.
She probably knew it was
she took it all in.
She probably was like, but did you see my check? That's what I would say with something like that. I'm like, did you see my check?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, thank you.
Well, I don't know if you guys are huge Star Trek fans. I am. I've voiced that many times on this show. This is something very interesting, which I think would gather anybody to watch, not just a Star Trek fan. Apparently, CBS All Access, they've just greenlit 2 seasons of Star Trek Lower Decks. And this is a 30-minute animated comedy series. So it's basically like going to focus on Starfleet's support crew and like their least important ships. So it's like the guy who replaces the replicators or things like that. Just like little characters like that. It's going to be written by Rick and Morty's Mike McMahon.
Is it going to be Picard or is it going to be Shatner?
This is his own thing. This is just like
Kirk,
is like an unknown ship we never seen.
Okay.
And it's just like the cleanup crew. Okay. It's probably like the custodians of Starfleet, you know, just like the inner workings of Starfleet.
When something blows up, those are the people that are stuck outside.
Right. Yeah. There you go. There you go. There you go. They're the red shirts, if you will. Mike McMahon, he's a huge fan of Star Trek. He even named his cat Riker, which is funny. 2011, he tweeted out fake TNG plots, and it got so much attention that he actually got a book deal. And the book he adapted those tweets into is called Star Trek Next Generation Warped, an engaging guide to never aired 8th season. I'm kind of nervous about the comedy aspect.
Okay.
But I'm definitely for the animated because we haven't had an animated Star Trek show since the 70s. So that featured the original cast at the time. Oh, I think it will be too. I think
and the people that are on Rick and Morty, they display a lot of intelligence. Like just even the theories and concepts.
There's some really good shows. You know, it's not just about laughing and stuff.
Yeah, it's intelligent. So that I could see them finding like this kind of like satire, humor in it.
Mm-hmm. Sure, for sure.
I'm looking forward to it. I would watch that.
Well, and those who don't know, Rick and Morty, it's like Doc and Marty, right? But it's like an alternate version of them, if you will.
Yeah, there's so many theories on that show.
Yeah.
I'm saying about just the main 2 characters. Mm-hmm. I'm of the belief that I think Ricky and Morty are the same person.
Oh wow, that's deep.
Like Rick. Rick went back and he's protecting his younger self.
Oh wow. Oh, maybe.
Or partners up with his younger self, but makes it as your grandfather. Yeah.
I'm my own grandpa.
Because, like I love Rick and Morty. So they have their own planet pretty much. Senegal, so whatever.
Got me. I've never seen
but anyways,
I've seen clips of it.
The only people that are on the planet are Rick's and Morty's.
Yeah.
Of various different universes. There's Cowboy Rick, there's Asian Rick. There's all types of.
That's marketing's idea. You can tell.
There's so many
They
different
would
Ricks
know.
and Morty.
Those are toys.
There's
right?
so many Rick and Mortys, right? So
No, that's a good idea.
How can we get this figure?
And so Rick,
there's a version of him on.
yeah.
this
So they
planet.
got the theory of like Rick, and like Rick, he knows because he breaks the fourth wall. That's what they're saying.
Mhm.
He knows he's a comic book character,
Mhm.
a cartoon character, and he's always trying to appease us so we don't get him canceled because he knows he'll go out of existence
Right. Oh, right. Yeah, yeah. I get
And
that. Sure.
within his own universe.
Right.
And so he's like, I'm the Rickest Rick.
Mm-hmm.
And so the main Rick that we follow is the Rickest Rick.
Right.
So the Rickest Rick is like, he's saying, I'm the realest of all the Ricks. I'm the greatest Rick there is.
Right.
Because he's the only Rick that knows of us.
The cartoon has become self-aware.
Yes. It's
So
genius.
right. And if you're not Star Trek fans, would you tune in for this, you think? Given you know who's creating it or writing it?
Yes, I would.
Yeah. What you
definitely
do?
would.
I don't know. I mean, if it was on, I'd probably check it out.
Only problem is it's on a streaming service. Yes, all access. You have to have that. Yeah, I know. Unless
I fucking hate how everything.
unless you have a UK account, then you can get on Netflix because we were talking about that too. About how you can get Titans on Netflix, but you have to be overseas or another country.
I want to throw this out there. Everyone, do not pirate. Wink, wink. Do not pirate.
I didn't say that.
That is wrong. Don't do that. Wink, wink. Stop. Don't do that.
What if I just borrow one of my cousin's accounts for Netflix?
Just don't
'Cause, I mean,
pirate.
they all live in the UK.
Yeah, it
I
could be
just
like
log
a
in with
visit. You could.
I just log in from there. I just log in
Yeah.
with their details.
I don't know. Sure.
I'm just saying, just find a way, but don't pirate.
Right.
Wink, wink.
No, I
Please don't
understand.
do that.
I understand.
Never pirate. That's stealing.
Talking about animated shows and not pirating them. Have you guys seen Big Mouth on Netflix?
Everyone keeps telling me it's funny. Really
Oh my
funny.
God,
No.
it's hysterical and it's filthy.
I gotta watch it.
I'm
it's-
behind. I know there's
You have
is
to
that the Bill Burr show? No, that's
No,
something else.
Bill Burr is like,
that's supposed to be
he's
good
a
too.
father But Bill Burr is an excellent comedian, so I'll probably check that one out too.
No, God, it's Nicholas Kroll.
Oh shoot, okay.
Nick Kroll? Yeah.
Yes, Nick
Oh.
Kroll is awesome.
So
Nicholas,
Big
sorry,
Mouth
Nick
it's
Kroll.
called.
What's that?
Big Mouth?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
What's the
supposed to-
premise? If you could
It's
inform the
basically
listeners.
kids going through puberty.
Oh, okay. Wow.
It's just horrendous. It is so vile.
Like-
it's
I watched the first episode, and it's just like, it's scary because I was like, I've been like that.
oh yeah, no.
I went through that. Like,
But it's like nothing seems to be off balance.
yeah,
like
you know
it's
that.
one of the most offensive shows that I think I've possibly ever watched.
Oh, I had to watch more.
Oh, it's so good.
I didn't finish the first
Oh,
episode.
dude,
I just,
there's
yeah,
two
I got
seasons
busy.
out now.
Wow.
That's hysterical.
I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
and
funny.
they've got like a hormone monster that always shows up. And then so one of the main characters, he's just like,
Yeah.
he's slowly going through puberty,
Yeah.
and his hormone monster's this old grizzled one. It's like, and
Yeah,
it's got a cane and it's missing a foot.
that's awesome.
I'll have to check that out. There's so much stuff on Netflix. It's crazy.
Oh shit!
yeah.
Have you watched The Haunting of Hill House?
No, I've been hearing
No.
all kinds of
Oh,
things
my
about
God.
that. Good?
Yeah, like I usually I'm the type of guy that likes scary movies,
Mhm.
but I'm always disappointed.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck, man, that's could have
Okay.
been so much better. That one was creepy.
And so
Yeah.
it's a movie?
No, it's a TV show.
It's like a
a
mini
No,
series.
because
right?
I
10
saw
episodes.
I see it when I
10
scroll
episodes?
through,
Yeah.
and I'm actually a person who doesn't like horror movies because they don't work on me. So like I want something to actually scare me.
No, this is good.
And so like, or at least make me think, so most of the time when you say you're disappointed, I'm that guy. I'm like, I'm just,
But there's so much shit in it when like they don't even call it out. It's just there, and if
Okay.
you don't notice it, there's nothing to call attention to it.
I've
So,
heard
like,
about faces. There's faces all over the show.
faces everywhere. So like she opens like this hatch to go to the basement, and there's this like darkness, and then you can see the ladder, and then between the rungs of the ladder there's just a face, and it's no, they don't call it out. It's just, if you don't see it, you don't see it.
She
But
just
if you
walks
see it-
down the stairs. That's
yeah,
it.
and you're just like, "What?" But it's just like
You
from
see
the
that?
very first episode, it's so creepy because it basically flips between what was happening with the kid when they were kids, and now what's happening as adults, and it kind of flips back and forth.
Sure.
And it's like stuff that's happening now is, but oh Jesus, it's
I gotta check it out, man.
yeah,
check
and she's
that
like
out.
the youngest girl always wakes up and she's like keeps seeing this ghost at the end of her bed called the bent neck lady.
Oh no,
And then she's like this with her head to the side, and she's like it's like noticeably like, oh god. But it all comes together so well at the end. And that's the thing is like even Stephen King apparently was saying like he's like this is really good. Like, this is really scary.
I have to check that out.
Oh, it's
that's
so
gonna be
good.
tough, man. Oh gosh,
So good.
10 episodes. All
I
right.
just want to see good horror if I watch horror.
Sounds like that's the ticket.
So I might have to
Tis
check
the
it out.
season. Good timing they released that thing. So
Yeah, no, it was super good.
oh man. Well, speaking of Netflix and creepiness, probably and some scariness, I'd say Del Toro's Pinocchio has been announced. He's going to co-direct. It's a dark tale of Pinocchio. It's not the Disney version. It's going to be
Wouldn't be with Dylan.
no. Well, no. Why would he do it then?
But I think the original like fairy tale story is a lot grittier.
Oh yeah, Disney.
like,
Disney totally revamped
Yeah,
it.
'cause,
Yeah.
from my understanding, it was a lot darker. Is a Geppetto? What's the name? The father.
Geppetto.
Geppetto.
This version's like a neglected father, and Pinocchio leaves to try to come to terms with himself and try to understand the world. So yeah, it's not gonna be a Disney film, but it is interesting. He's making it a musical, and he's gonna set it in 30s Italy.
So this
That's what
puppet's
he-
gonna come alive?
It's gonna be stop motion animated. He's written the script and he's co-directing it, and production's to begin this fall, and he's going to co-produce it with the Jim Henson Company. So the puppets will be made from the ones who did The Corpse Bride. So that's the idea of what it's going to look like.
That's really challenging for me. As a kid, most people had a fear of clowns. Mine was puppets.
Yeah. Oh, I
don't
think I
do-
feared everything.
I don't
so.
I don't do puppets very well.
Well, if you've seen Corpse Bride, though, it's it's stop motion. So
I'm just saying
Yeah.
puppets in general.
in general, yeah,
I'm
of
not. I've
course,
never
yeah.
been a big
I
fan
remember
of
seeing
puppets.
Nightmare Before Christmas, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Oh, that's scary. I don't like that. But a lot of people love that film, and
That kind of puppet doesn't bother me.
yeah, well, that's what I think. I don't
The
know.
stick and then the wooden mount.
It's going to be interesting, and
But
yeah,
it'll be okay.
Yeah.
I'm a grown up. I can.
Well,
do it.
this is this is fresh off. Del Toro just won an Oscar for Shape of Water, which
Okay.
I enjoyed that film a lot. I thought it was really good.
Is that the one with like the guy from Hellboy?
Yes, it's Doug
Abe?
Jones who played Abe Sapien, and he's done countless characters. But yeah,
But is he like the same? It's the same character.
he's like the creature of the Black Lagoon. That's what he is.
But is it kind of like
No.
tie in with Hellboy?
No relation. Nope.
What the fuck?
Well, you can't because it's just.
I mean, but like, why would you make it?
'Cause
like the
rights.
same dude
You
who
can't-
looks the same way, but it's like has
You know
nothing
what
to
sucks
do.
is Del Toro tried for years to make Hellboy 3. Couldn't get the money because he wanted a huge budget, and they didn't have a big track record of making tons of money. So he didn't get what he wanted. They rebooted Hellboy, and then comes this year, late last year, he's a freaking Oscar winner now with Shape of Water. So
that reboot hasn't came out yet, right?
it's coming.
He looks the new guy looks real.
It
cool.
looks great, but the sad thing is
He's the
if
guy
Del
from
Toro-
Stranger Things.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
the sheriff.
Yeah.
David Harbour, I believe.
And he's a big dude too. I think
Yeah.
he's like,
Oh, yeah.
like 6'5" or something. He's
You know,
big
there's
dude.
a bootleg version of the new Hellboy trailer you can find, and it looks good. It really does look good. But it's all about timing. It's like if Del Toro won the Oscar for Shape of Water, he probably would have got the money to make Hellboy 3 because they'd be like, yeah, you're an Oscar winner. Yeah, everyone's going to tune in to see this. Here's
But-
your money.
Didn't he win the one for Pan's Labyrinth?
I don't think he did. No, he might have got nominated, but I don't think he
That was
won.
a good movie.
That was a good movie. That was
Yeah.
fucking creepy.
Adapt Pinocchio to that, and that's what you're gonna get.
Yay! Yeah,
So-
puppets.
Oh, I know, right? Yeah, puppets. Yeah. woohoo.
I had a bad experience as a child with puppets. Just like, it always freaked me out. And a Showbiz pizza place at the time, or Chuck E. Cheese is what they call it.
Oh, Showbiz when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved it. Yeah.
No, well, everyone knew.
So
the
Like,
animatronics. Though?
yeah, I was like 5.
Oh, yeah.
It was
you
actually
should
on my
see
birthday.
them without the nice little cover.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
like,
I wouldn't be able to do that. I'd actually probably do better
So
with them
Five
being
Nights at
robots.
Freddy's probably really bothered you.
Everything with puppets. Like, and my cousin and my aunt, they knew I couldn't stand puppets. And so I was playing in the balls, the little ball pin.
Yeah.
My cousin, she comes and grabs me, and then they come out and sing happy birthday to me. And so they sing happy birthday. And then they light the candle and blah, blah, blah. And, I blow it out. And then I'm hearing them sing a song on the stage and they're doing a thing. And, I ignore them, and then all of a sudden it's like, we have a few birthday people in here today. And, and I can hear it, but I ignore it, and then, is there Juan here? And I, like, my heart sunk. Like,
does he want to play?
Cause my first thought was like, how does he know my name? Like, and like, I'm like, okay, like Pinocchio, for example, that's a puppet, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, at 5 years old, I was still in my mind. I'm like, I got a chance. Well, these are big, massive metal puppets. There's a gorilla back there. Yeah. And I know Billy Bob's talking to me, and my cousin drags me down there reluctantly, and I go down there,
Come
and
see
he's like,
him.
and he's like, how old are you today? And I just broke down just started crying, like, get me away from this thing. And like, I couldn't
metal
fight it.
devil.
Like, oh my God. Like, I could not do puppets, man.
You know what
Puppets,
they need to
puppets are
do?
brutal.
They need to do like Showbiz After Hours. Make it like an 80s show. And it's just like all the employees after the kids leave, what they do with those puppets and say through the puppets.
Oh.
That'd be great.
Adults are freaks, man. So that I just, my brain went a wrong direction there. Like, oh, that's not, no.
Yeah, I know.
Not
I know.
suitable
That's
for
why.
smaller
That's why you
audiences.
call it After Hours.
Yes, it's not suitable for smaller audiences.
You have little Juan being escorted out.
Yes.
You're like, wow, what's wrong with him? Hey, turn the music on.
They put GIMP music on it, GIMP clothing on it and stuff. I just,
Who's your daddy?
Bring out the gimp.
Bring out the GIMP. Yeah. Brutal scene, man. Brutal scene.
He's like, I'll be there in a minute. I'm just finishing up the kitchen cleaning here.
Got a lot of mopping to do. A lot of mopping.
Yeah. Oh, there's going to be more.
Brutal.
Through the Billy Bob voice.
So something that will probably not scare you because it has nothing to do with puppets.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that for the 30th anniversary,
Mm-hmm.
Die Hard's coming back to theaters.
Yes.
Oh, like during
fun.
Christmas or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's smart.
The original.
Yeah.
Not Die Hard 7, 8, whatever they're...
I mean, they did a poll at one time, I think, and they were
it's-
saying is Die Hard considered a Christmas movie?
It is. Even though Bruce Willis said in his recent roast, it's not. I don't give a shit.
It's a Christmas movie.
Fuck.
I don't like Bruce Willis anymore.
No,
He's
he's a dick.
He phones it in. He doesn't even act.
I mean, but it, what is people's argument that it isn't a Christmas movie?
Takes
Like,
place
well,
during Christmas?
Yeah, they're like, it only takes place during Christmas. Okay.
Yeah. So does the other
then-
ones.
Yeah, I'm like,
Okay.
so
That
America
makes sense
on
then.
30, whatever.
Do we have
street it
Santa
is.
surfing in these other films? What,
Yeah,
what
and
are
I'm
you
like,
talking about?
all Christmas movies just happen to take place on Christmas. Like a Home Alone. Just
Fun fact.
Yeah, so you're going to say Gremlins isn't a Christmas movie?
Very much.
What?
Lethal Weapon is not a Christmas movie. Die Hard 2, to a lesser extent than Die Hard 1.
Yeah.
Christmas movie.
Right.
They're all Christmas movies.
Yeah.
man.
I still want that sweatshirt.
I saw
Ho, ho, ho.
Krampus.
I have a machine gun.
Have you seen
Yeah.
that Krampus one?
No, not yet. I did buy that.
It is
but-
an awesomely bad movie.
Is it? But is it on purpose?
No, it's
No?
just
Oh,
bad.
that's not good.
But it's worth seeing.
I applaud the opposite of Santa. I think that's in like other
Well,
countries where they
Damn,
put
what
the
movie
fear
was
of
that?
life
Yeah,
in the
no,
kids.
no,
There's-
that's Krampus.
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
German.
Yeah.
there's another
Like
one.
he's gonna drag you to hell, literally.
Yeah,
if
he
you're
comes.
bad.
He comes and he grabs
Damn,
kids that are bad and
what is
like
that
puts
movie?
them in a sack.
Good night.
Yeah, it's just like, oh shit! Like, if you're an asshole, Krampus is coming. We used to tell our kids about Krampus.
Really?
They're
Oh,
gonna,
yeah.
they're gonna grow up to be really messed up.
They got
Like they didn't like Christmas is like, oh, we gotta wrap presents. Like, oh god, we gotta be careful.
We're live.
We're Krampus.
I didn't learn about Krampus until I became an adult.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I never heard about Krampus.
Oh, thank God. If I was a kid and heard about that, I'd be like,
yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I used to think the
Nope,
boogeyman
I'll
looked
take
like
my,
Count Chocula. I did. I thought he looked just like Count Chocula. So I used to think Count Chocula was going to come out of my closet. There's a movie they have and it's really deep. What is it called? It's awesome. Like basically Santa's a badass and he's fighting this demon head. It's not necessarily.
Is it Ra's al Ghul?
It should be. But it's actually like this white goat type being.
Oh yeah, of course.
And the fight scene is crappy, but it's so. But when you see the complete ending, you're like, oh snap! Like they killed it. Like man, I gotta find the name of it. And I know my friend, he knows the name of it because he's the one that showed it to me. But it was so because he's into horror flicks and it's a genius movie though. It's well written even though it's a B movie. But I'm trying to think of the name of it. But it's basically Santa's got this sword and he's taken out because his elves are getting like they're all happy but they're getting all possessed and stuff. And there's some crazy stuff happening there. And I think it's like a story after story. There's another one where this kid is possessed and like somebody takes over his body, like a certain elf takes over his body, and his mother is like, that's not our son. But the father is like, why are you doing that? Why are you treating him like that? And the kid's just acting really weird and he's got an appetite and the dad kind of tries to grab something to eat and he's like tries to put a fork through his hand. And like he's just got this crazy he's
Krampus
like
is coming for sure.
Oh, this movie is so man, I gotta find the name of it. I'll send it to you as soon as I find out, and then you can make a link or whatever.
Sure, do that
because it's entertainment. It's not like life altering, right? It's entertainment.
On a lighthearted note, Netflix has a Christmas movie coming out with Kurt Russell as Santa Claus. And it's the Chronicles of Christmas, I believe. So like
Kurt
Santa
Russell.
Yeah.
Interesting.
He looks really cool. And it's not a fake beard or anything. Well, it might be a fake beard, but it looks
Is he
like
dressed like Snake Plissken?
No, but he still looks badass. No, he like comes here to our he comes here to our surroundings or whatever, and there's like a scene of him driving a car and rocking out with some musicians. So it'll be interesting. You know, it's kid based. It's not going to be for adults, but it's Kurt Russell.
I'm so tired of kids movies.
But it's Kurt Russell as Santa Claus.
I'm with you on that.
It's a new twist. I saw
a really good, is that a Quebec? It was, it's on Netflix. It's a Netflix original. Apparently all I watch now is just Netflix.
Well,
shit. I mean,
they have like 300 original shows.
Every day there's like 300 new ones.
Yeah.
It was called Ravenous though.
Oh, that's an old one. Wait.
Yeah, with the zombie flick. Not Ravenous with like Guy Pearce.
Oh, yeah.
This is out of Quebec. It's a zombie flick out of Quebec called Ravenous.
Oh, okay.
Super good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you like zombie films in general?
If they're done right.
The zombie genre has always been 50-50 with me. So that's
like the Resident Evil movies. No, like those are just. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
They're just ridiculousness.
But like 28 Days Later.
First one's okay.
Yeah. That was.
Oh, 28 Days Later.
Was 28 weeks later.
And then weeks later, that was the first zombie series that I was like, okay, I like zombies now because they were the first zombies to run.
Yeah.
See that was my thing. Like if some creatures were like, and it's stomping, I was like, man, I'll kick its ass.
Snyder's Dawn of the Dead remake.
Yeah.
They ran too.
Zombieland is awesome.
Yes.
Zombieland was
Shaun
fun.
of the Dead. Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead's good too.
This is great because we're talking about Halloween scary stuff. So Shaun of the Dead's definitely worth seeing. That's good.
Actually, I have the zombie movie that I really like. That's actually done here in Iowa called The Crazies.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was
it
good.
The old one or the 2000
something. Yeah, that was actually pretty decent.
That was good.
I think they were heading towards Cedar Rapids or Des Moines, because there was some small town in Iowa
that'd be crazy.
at first, because something got in the water supply in that small town. And so it's kind of like 28 days later.
In real life, right?
And people are just...
Cow shit.
It's because it's not zombie, because they're not dead. I don't know. Just like 28 days later, not
just
technically
crazy.
Yeah, but I think that goes under the zombie umbrella.
It lets them not use zombie. I think it came out at a time where zombies weren't big again. So that's probably why they're
It was originally a Romero film, too.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
The Crazies is
But that was a good movie.
It was underrated.
Timothy
Oliphant.
Oliphant? I never know how to say the guy's name.
The main actor?
He doesn't either.
Yeah.
He was good. But like, cool. I just remember the guy, there's two the scenes I remember from that. When the old guy's walking across the baseball diamond, he's just got a gun. When all the kids are playing, he just like starts like, he's got a gun and like, oh shit. And then the one where I don't know if it's going to spoil it, but they're in the hospital.
How old is it?
Oh yeah.
The hospital scene is, she's like trying to
jacked up, bro.
She's hiding.
She's got to hide.
She's like hiding amongst all these dead bodies. And there's a guy with a pitchfork.
Oh man,
he's stabbing.
He's just making sure that everyone is dead.
I'm like,
the Crazies is.
So it's really
it's done 100% here in Iowa.
They still have a brain that functions.
Yeah, it's just like they're angry. Like
they know they're not even they're not even aggressive. They're kind of stoic, and they're gonna take you out.
Yeah, it's just like they've just got the one kind of sole purpose is to kill people.
Just kill.
God,
it's crazy.
Yeah, no, it was good.
It's a good one. Because I've been wanting to see that again. I haven't seen it.
Man, I do want to watch
I haven't seen it. Because it's probably one of my... I'm very, like, with horror flicks, I like older horror flicks. Mm-hmm. Like, I like Christine. I like, I like Carrie.
Yeah, sure.
So, like, but Crazies is up there for me. Crazies, The Crazies, I think it's called. But it's a good movie, man. If no one's seen it, I suggest checking it out. I was intrigued because it took place in Iowa. That's what even just got me into it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, they did a horror flick in Iowa.
About damn time.
It's probably really going to be that good. And then I watched it and I was like, no, it's really good.
Nice.
Like, you can even, certain locations you can see, it's like, okay, that's definitely Iowa.
Yeah, sure.
But they were worried about the water supply going further, like into like Cedar Rapids, or something like. I think it was
Des Moines
Cedar
River.
Rapids.
That'd be crazy
Because it was the water supply that a plane crashed.
Oh, and it had some stuff in,
and it had something that got in the water supply, from what I recall. And so they got in the water supply, and then people just started. Like, I think the baseball scene was the first scene.
Yeah.
Where things started to really take off.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, because everyone didn't really think of anything of it. And
they just thought that particular individual.
They just saw a crate broken into a stream of water, had skull and crossbones on it. And like,
well, no, the government.
It's Gatorade.
The government came in and started quarantining people.
Oh, yeah.
And so the government came in to get that plane, and then hence the scene he was talking about with the hospital.
Oh, okay.
Because all these bodies are, probably
been years since I've seen that.
It's an old film.
It's like 2000 something, but it's
over 10 years old.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's a good horror flick.
Nice.
I give it a good grade, man. I would say they did it well.
Yeah, I would say it's probably my top zombie films.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Great.
And I'm always kind of 50-50 with zombie films, but if your zombies run,
you got me.
You got me.
Oh yeah, I mean that's so much better than the shambling ones from The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Walking Dead just got so fucking boring.
I like the human.
I didn't know it still is. I stopped watching.
Well, it's gradually getting.
I got bored during season 2.
Yeah,
really.
I'm like, you're on a farm, do something. Carl got shot. Good. Something happened.
Thank you.
Well, what helped me was when I discovered Walking Dead, finally, I decided to watch it. I could watch through the season 2, and I didn't have a problem with season 2. But if I watched it week by week and not like, just like
right
then yeah, I could see those complaints. But
Oh yeah, and I think it's a binge-worthy show because
Yes.
you don't have to be like, okay, well, nothing happened on this episode. Boom, tomorrow you can watch another one, and there'll be something that happened. But you go like 13 weeks with just.
Well, my wife and I were behind. We're like 3 seasons behind now. So 'cause
Walking
we
Dead?
don't have cable, so we're already a year behind when the new season comes. But we have like 3 seasons ready to watch.
What's
on
cable?
Netflix. Yeah. What is cable?
Do people still do that? That's
Yeah.
still a thing?
Mhm. It is. It is.
I
Yeah.
hope for not much longer.
I think cable's dying.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's.
I haven't had cable for like over a decade. I don't miss it.
I mean,
I don't.
a smart cable company would charge like $10 a month and rack
Please.
up on everybody.
We'll give you 50 channels you hate and two you
Because
like.
I know.
when I think of cable, all I think of is commercials.
Yeah, I mean, that's another thing about these.
'Cause I
streaming
watch-
services. Yeah.
I like my YouTube account. I pay extra for my YouTube account, so I don't have commercials.
Yeah.
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 So, like,
same here.
Anytime I'm like using like my friend might have it on their TV or something, I'm like, what is this? Oh, this is a commercial. I forgot that.
Oh, and it's stupid.
I don't have that.
Yeah, I know. Whenever I see a commercial, I'm like, what? Ah,
Oh, that's what that
yeah.
is. Because when I remember when the election was taking place,
Yeah.
and I'm just like,
Oh no, political ads. That's also.
oh, it was everywhere. It's like, I'm Hillary Clinton and I approve this message, and then it was like, I'm Donald Trump, and I'm just like, oh my goodness. Okay, I was watching something a little bit.
Fred
Yeah,
Jarvis wants
you
to
like
take
killing my
your
vibe,
land.
like-
Yeah.
And it'll be like sometimes if you're watching something that's like extended, like
Yeah.
it goes over into an hour or something like that, it'll just pop in. They had to put the commercial in. Now, I understand the value of commercials. You
Yeah.
need advertising.
Oh, you do, yeah.
Or certain things will not even exist. You
Right,
can't-
right.
Those people need it.
Yeah.
There has to be a way that like
Yeah. Well, streaming
that you get
it,
the
man.
commercial out.
I mean, you pay for the streaming, so let's recommend DC Universe, Netflix,
Okay.
YouTube Red.
YouTube Red.
Well, you get Google Music with YouTube Red too.
Well,
It's
there you
a
go.
Subscription for both.
Really?
Yeah, so if you got YouTube Red, you've got Google Music.
Google Music, guys.
Well, I do use Google Music. I never had any problems with getting
Yeah, so
commercials.
there's no, it's just
So
Cancel your cable. That's what we're
No,
saying.
so it's like,
Cancel
what,
your
mind blown,
Yeah.
game changer.
cable. Yeah, it is.
I should read the fine print more often.
Oh yeah, dude, I signed up early for that.
Oh
Nice.
man, 'cause I can't do commercials. I will literally turn certain shows off
Oh,
just
it's not
because.
even YouTube Red anymore. You know, because it's Google. They
Oh.
gotta change the name every other day.
Of course.
So what's
of
it
course.
called now?
YouTube Premium.
Oh, come
Oh,
on.
snap.
All right.
No, it's just like stop renaming everything.
YouTube Blue.
YouTube
Google Plus is
Blue
gone.
Steel.
Blue Steel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Google Plus is gone.
Google Plus is going. Yeah, shutting it down finally.
Well, with all these streaming services, you should be able to find some nice scary movies on there. Of course, what we just talked about, all these.
Do you want to know what's in my list for scary movies?
Yeah,
Because everybody's interested in what's in my list.
That's fun. Yeah.
might be.
Oh, on Netflix? Yeah, I'm definitely gonna check out a few horror flicks. I want to see something good.
I
That's
just
all.
watched The Apostle. That's a Netflix film.
Really?
Is that horror?
Yeah.
Okay. I saw it
1905,
advertised.
A drifter on a dangerous mission to rescue his kidnapped sister tangles with a sinister religious cult on an isolated island.
Oh, that never ends well.
Yes.
No, it was weird. Like, the whole time I was watching it, I was like, the guy who wrote this was a huge fan of Resi 4. Like Resident Evil 4.
Oh, okay.
It just had that whole vibe to it. Like,
Oh,
not the
gotcha.
same story,
Yeah,
but a
yeah.
very similar vibe. Like, you could be like, he was like Leon Kennedy,
Mhm.
you know?
Okay.
And it was just like,
So 3 was like the post-apocalyptic time. 4 was like they were back in a simulated kind of Resident Evil. I'm just making sure I know which one you're referring to.
so Resident Evil 4.
It's like they're back in the
It was on,
system and they like bring her back into like her original home and
Oh, no. Like, so this is the games.
okay, the game.
The video game, yeah. So
Okay.
Yeah.
they're on
Which
the,
are very different than the films.
Yeah, extremely different. So no, he was like in this weird old village. Is like this kind of throwback to like medieval
Wow.
kind of times.
Mhm.
And there's like a bunch of weird monks, and you know their head would blow off, and then.
Oh,
But that
snap.
didn't happen in this movie, but very kind of similar
Yeah, sure.
undertones. And I was
Yeah.
like,
Ah.
whoever wrote and directed this film really liked Resident Evil. 4.
Why is it so bad to Just refer to like, the source material.
Netflix has a lot of great scary movies out there and shows, and also another streaming service, Amazon Prime.
Yes.
They have a lot too.
Do not pirate your shows.
Well, with that said,
if you do and you're
wink,
caught,
wink. Don't do that.
Josh told you.
Slap your hand.
No, I did not.
Slap it.
This the Field of
Put
Geeks
your
podcast.
computer device down. Don't do that.
No.
Don't.
Well,
Don't ever.
With that said, we'll be back next week. Thanks, Dave and Juan, for coming on.
Thank you for having us.
If you want to tell people where to reach you, your Instagram, no particular reason.
Okay. You can find me definitely on YouTube. I have a podcast show called The Power of Knowledge with Juan Hooks. Check it out. Like, subscribe. Also, you can find me if you want to just email me and ask me any question. It's MR as in Mr. Juan Hooks at gmail.com. That's about it. That's all the information you're going to get out of me today. Nah.
What about you, Dave? What's your company?
Nexus 6.
Nexus 6.
Yeah.
They can get you on what? Facebook?
Yeah, so basically it's everything. It's like
all social media.
Facebook, it's all just Nexus 6 marketing.
For your marketing needs,
yeah,
contact Nexus 6.
Instagram.
Do it.
Oh, and I do need to advertise this. I am actively pushing more towards me life coaching. A lot of people have been asking me for that. If you want to hit me up about that, feel free at my email address.
Excellent.
I thought about it.
Oh, and my email address. Should I throw that out there?
If it, yeah.
It helps.
I should know this.
It helps.
It's Dave at Nexus and then the number 6 marketing.com.
Excellent.
And you guys got your stickers?
Yes.
Actually, mine is stuck on something.
Yeah, you like that, huh?
Yeah, I put stickers all over.
That's awesome.
I collect them.
Nexus 6 don't suck. I like that.
That's our business tagline.
Nice.
So just a kind of overall kind of business.
Sure.
Kind of method.
That's fantastic.
I like
man.
that.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for being on. And with that said, we'll be back next week. Happy Halloween.
I said, you on fire.